I have gotten this question a ton, so I figured I would make a video about person first versus identity first language. In this video, I'm going to be specifically talking about the autistic community. So person first language is putting the person before the identity. An example of this would be saying a person with autism, or I work with students with autism. And for the majority of us, this is how we were told to describe and address the autistic community. We were taught that it was more respectful to use person-first language. Identity-first language puts the identity before the person. So, an autistic person, I work with autistic students. And surprise, the majority of the autistic community prefers identity-first language over person-first language. This is because autism is core to who they are as a person. It is not something that can be removed or taken away from them. Autism is an all-encompassing part of their identity and cannot be separated from who they are. When we were all taught to use person-first language, it was to serve as a reminder that autistic people are human beings too, right? We put person first to remind ourselves that even though they are autistic, they are also a human being. They're also a person. And newsflash, if you need to use person-first language to remind yourself that an autistic person is a human being, you might be the problem. The bottom line here is that as a non-autistic person, you don't get a say in what is more respectful to the autistic community. In this instance, and in every other instance surrounding the autistic community, we need to be listening to the voices of actually autistic people. It is not up to the neurotypical community to decide what is the most respectful way to address the autistic community. And what we're hearing from the autistic community is that identity-first language is more respectful to them. Now, this is not a one-size-fits-all. This does not mean that every single autistic person prefers identity first. So the priority here is to take into account personal preferences and what each autistic individual finds more respectful. I use identity-first language as a default because that is what the majority of autistic individuals are telling us they prefer. But if an autistic person tells me that they prefer person first for themselves, that's obviously what I will use. The overarching idea here is that we need to listen to the voices of the autistic people in our lives, and we need to listen to the voices of the autistic community to determine what is most respectful to them.